Hi and welcome to Reseller News. My name is Rich Pasini. Today is September 25th, 2018. Thank you for tuning in. I first like to start off say to all the new subscribers, thank you for subscribing to my YouTube channel. I hope you get some good information out of it and you keep coming back for more. Today's topic, I just want to talk about a little about eBay, and then I'm going to go over like some of the eBay spring seller updates and stuff of that nature. Basically, that information I want to put out is for the new eBay sellers that are just joining on or signing up with eBay, and I want to try to keep it brief as possible. I know I keep saying that, and I do apologize for that, folks. I really do, but you can only put so much information in so little time, so that's why it always runs in or protracts a lot longer than expected. So I do apologize about that. But without further ado, let's get into it. Let's go to I'm going to bump out of the screen here, and I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go not to this one just yet. Well, I guess we could. We'll start with this one here. For those who sell on Amazon, this might be a good thing for you guys. This came out September 24th. It was published yesterday, according to this here. And for those who are new, I do not read the whole web page verbatim. I only read a part of it, or a little section of it, and the rest is up to you as to whether you want to pick up where I left off. However, I will give you the information as to where I got this, with the website. I'll give you the URL to it, and then you could check it out later on. But for all intents and purposes, this website is retaildive.com, one word. So you would click on, or you just type in www.retaildive.com, okay, and you can read the story. It goes on to say here, Snapchat links with Amazon on visual search function, and it says very brief. I'm going to read the brief part here. Snapchat parent company Snap announced on September 24th visual search feature that would allow users to leverage the app's camera function to search for items on Amazon. To use the visual search function, Snapchat users can scan a physical product or barcode, pressing and holding down on the camera screen. If the item is recognized, an Amazon card will appear, connecting the user to the product page on the Amazon app or website. Testing for this visual function will begin this week and will roll out slowly to all users. So for those who use Snapchat and you do sell online, or you often you do deal with Amazon, you might want to check in to see. I think it's pretty cool. I think it's a nice feature that Snapchat added to it. So if you guys are interested, check it out. Let's move right along. I'm going to bump out of the screen here. Actually, I'll go over here, this one here. I'm trying to get all the eBay stuff, and then I want to go with the stories, and then we'll go to the eBay. This is another one over here. This is from actually innews.com. It says over here, eBay partners with Red Pocket Mobile to pair a low-cost wireless plan with every phone sold. E-commerce leader adds an option for wireless service on every phone for as low as $5 per month. Now that's pretty good. That's a pretty good price. I mean, that's something I should check into, because right now I'm with T-Mobile. I mean, it's not bad. I have the prepaid plan. I've been with them for quite some time, but you may get a service like that. Why not? For $5 a month, that'd be good. But anyway, this service here, like I said, I'm not too familiar with it as far as that part goes. You guys might want to check into it. I'm not familiar with Red Pocket Mobile, but again, this is going to, eBay has an alliance, I guess, with them there. So you might want to check into it. It goes on to say here, very brief. Let's see. It says Thousand Oaks, California, USA, September 24th. IANPresswire.com. It's an open secret among bargain hunters that eBay is the best place to buy a cell phone, which I agree. I believe that is true in that respect. I got my cell phone for a good price. And it goes on to say, as one of the largest marketplaces in the world, a mobile phone is sold every 5 seconds on eBay in the U.S. alone. You could read this. You can go on and read the rest of this here. I'm not going to get into it because I want to talk a little more about eBay. I got one more window I want to talk about, and then I want to talk a little about eBay, the spring seller updates and changes. And I found another site I want to share with you guys. This one here, if you want to read the story, it's you got to go to the website. It's innews.com. Okay, you can check that out and you can read the rest of the story. Let's bump out of here, and I got one more over here. This one here is from press-start.com, and this story here is in regards to an early Super Mario Party Nintendo Switch cartridge just sold for $9,795 on eBay. Wow. Why can't I come across things like that? That would make my day, you know? Wow, that is awesome. You read right, and let's read the story here. Okay, we've seen that there. It says you read right. On over on eBay, someone has sold an unreleased Super Mario Party cartridge for $9,795 AUD. I guess that's whatever money. I guess it's like it was at the UK, I believe, or Australia. I'm not sure. It says the listing claimed the seller found the cartridge in an airport, attached a video and images of them playing the game, holding the cartridge in their hand. Now, I don't know how long this video is. I'm not going to play it because, like I said, it'll be here too long. You could check it out. And I guess this is a copy of the listing or some information about it. It says over here, unreleased Super Mario Party for Nintendo Switch, actual copy in hand, ships now. It was sold. It ended September 24th, yesterday, and the price was $7,100. I guess that's with all the fees, right? Let's see. Watching the final stages of the auction, I saw a bidding rise from $6,829 to a final price of $9,795. They might, of course, be fraudulent bids, as it often is the case on eBay. But to think someone might have paid that so much for a game that's out next week, it's pretty crazy. I can't imagine Nintendo would have been too happy about this, about all of this as well. You know, that is true. Sometimes when you hear prices like this, folks, I think we get a little, you know, over ourselves with this, thinking, wow, you know, look at what this person sold this thing for. But, you know, that reminds me, it brings me back to the story about the Beauty and the Beast VHS tape that sold supposedly for $30,000 back in 1990. It was the tape was brand new. It was out for, you know, that thing came out in 1992 with the Beauty and the Beast. And I told a story about that once before in my other videos, that somebody had supposedly sold a 1992 brand new sealed VHS Beauty and the Beast. It was a Black Diamond issue for $30,000. Now, how true that is, I don't know. According to what Griff was saying on eBay Radio, it did have a sold on it. But, you know, who's to say, you know? The same thing with this here. But if this is, you know, legit, this really, like I said earlier, would have made my day. But anyway, I don't want to expand too much on that topic. You can check it out for yourself. Just go to it's called, here's the URL, https, I call them the snake eyes, / press-start.com.au. Okay, and you could read the rest of this story if you want to do more research on it. This is the first time I'm hearing about it. I wasn't even aware about this Super Mario Party Nintendo Switch game, whatever cartridge. This is new to me, but it is what it is. Let's move right along. Okay, this basically, what I'm doing a little topic on here is basically for the new sellers coming into eBay. As we know, the eBay came out with the 2018 Spring Seller Update, and I just want to point out some things to people here. Whether they want to follow up on it, it's totally up to them. But if you go to eBay and check out their Spring Seller Update, you could probably find it. You could definitely find it in their site. It's got different things here. It's got inventory optimization, shipping enhancements, and growth tools. But when you click on the seller updates is here, you click this on here, it's going to bring you to this video. Okay, well, we're not going to click it on just yet. It's going to have Bob Cuppins on there and some other people talking. The video, I think, is only, like you see, it's only 2 minutes and 31 seconds. We could play this here and let you guys hear it if you like. I'll do it. I'm going to have to mute my mic in the meantime, but I'm going to play it. Like I said, it's only 2 minutes and 31 seconds long, And then if you want to expand on it, or if you want to, leave a comment and tell me what you think about it, whether you like it or not, or if you disagree or agree or disagree with it, please share it in the comment. But let's get started. I'm going to mute my mic, and you could hear there's 3 people there. Bob Cuppers, I believe, is one, and the other 2, they all work for eBay. Let's see what they have to say. And again, this video right now, this reseller news chapter right here, or part of it, if you want to call it that, is basically geared towards the new eBay sellers. So let's get started.
Hi everyone. Our first seller update of 2018 is here, and we're really excited to tell you about it. I brought a couple of friends to help me do that. Mohan Pat, who's responsible for the buyer experience, and the other is Sherika Kelly, who's responsible for all of our seller trust programs. And what you're going to hear this year is a lot about buyer expectations. So maybe start with Mohan. What are the things that buyers are looking for, and what are you guys doing about it?
Thanks, Bob. Our number one priority in buyer experience really to make eBay the most profitable platform for sellers. This is about converting our existing customers who come to find that one particular thing, but it's also new customers who have a broad intent, and we need to allow them to find the products they want. And the path forward is really a product-based shopping experience, and that is what's going to allow us to win this year.
That's amazing. And so when we talk to sellers about structured data or attributes, it's about connecting their products and their listings into those incredible buyer experiences that you guys are creating. So thank you for doing that. I think the other thing we talk a lot about is retail standard. So Sherika, maybe talk a little bit about retail standard and what we're going to be doing this year.
Yeah, so retail standard for us is really about delivering on the buyer expectations. It's fast and free shipping and retail standard return policies. In fact, we know it's a key driver for velocity and sales for our sellers. 75% of our buyers check the return policy before they purchase. And so we're encouraging sellers to adopt to free 30-day returns and enroll in the eBay Guaranteed Delivery program.
That's fantastic. I think you can see how that'll drive conversion. I think sometimes when we ask sellers to do new things, there's a risk associated. And I think what's great about this year is that for the first time, we're going to launch a comprehensive seller protection program. And I think maybe Sherika, talk a little bit about the components of that program.
Yeah, so super excited. It's the first time that we'll have the comprehensive program. And it works like this. If you offer free returns, take care of the buyer if they have a problem when they return the item, and we'll protect you on the back end. So we're going to protect you from faulty returns, we're going to protect you from negative and neutral feedback, and we're going to monitor buyer abuse that may occur.
Incredible. I think really great opportunity for you guys this year. What do you think, Mohan, about all this stuff?
I'm a huge fan of the protection program. You want buyers, we want buyers. It's a big year for us, and we're in it together to win.
Yeah, you'll hear a lot more about buyers this year. There's obviously more details about the seller update, but at the end of the day, we want to help enable profitable growth for all of you guys, and we win together. So thank you so much for being a part of the eBay family.
Okay, there you have it, folks. Like I said again, this video right now, what I'm doing right now is basically for the new sellers that are coming into eBay. They might want a little information. If they haven't gotten the information, whatever, you could check it out over here. I got another window open up here. This one here is about stores. Now, for those who follow me, back in the past, I was very skeptical on having an eBay store. And I'm kind of glad I do have one. I basically went for the cheapest store as possible. I went for the starter store subscription. It says if you list 50 items or more each month, the new starter store subscription will give you the tools you need to grow your business. And if you do it the yearly subscription, it's $4.95 a month. If you do the monthly, it's $7.95. And you get monthly zero insertion fee listings. You get 100 fixed price or auction style listings. Now, I like this here, okay? And the reason why I like it is because for me, it's affordable, all right? I know in the past I would say sometimes about, more money going out than coming in, but let's face the facts, it's like a lottery. You got to be in it to win it. So, sometimes you hear people complaining. I know even myself, I've read another blog post where people say, I'm getting off of eBay. I had enough of it. I'm tired of it. I'm not making any money. Sales are so slow. I got to go get a part-time job. And even myself, I've been down that road. I know that feeling and stuff like that. And even to this day, I still think like that. This is the last week in September. And I only had one little itty-bitty sale yesterday. And I mean, believe me, it was an itty-bitty sale. But, I can't blame eBay 100% on it because, like I said, there are a lot of changes going on within their IT infrastructure. From what I was told by another teammate, in regards to changes, and they said, I mentioned this in my other reseller news, that there are 7 changes going to be coming up. One was, I think, was about implementing that new payment system that eBay is going to be rolling out. When, I don't know. But that's, and then they told me there was other listings, actually another rollouts that's going to be coming up. But they never told me what they were, so I couldn't really share that with you. If I knew, believe me, I would definitely share with you guys. That's what I love to do, try to help people, inspire, and sharing. In regards to if you are a new seller on eBay or you're thinking about selling, if you're not going to list more than 50 items, I definitely, if this is if you're not going to, I wouldn't get involved with the starter store subscription just yet. However, I have a little more than that, definitely have more than actually 100, but I'm only going to, take this up right now, keep it at 100 fixed prices or auctions. I don't know which way I'm going to go with that. But for those new sellers out there that want to, feel the water and stuff like that, before you get into a starter subscription store, you might want to, try selling some personal items around your house, get a feel of what eBay's all about. First you're going to have to sign up with them, of course, with eBay. And then also you're going to have to open a PayPal account. I don't know about the new eBay's payment service thing, how that's going to work out. I don't think they've rolled that out just yet. I think they're still working on it. But, just play it by ear. I always say proceed with caution, Think about your strategy. Think about what you're going to sell. And the biggest takeaway from this, folks, is it's basic common sense. If you don't, there are over 26 million active sellers on eBay. But, people might say, with 26 million people, 26 million active users, how could I get involved with something like that there? How am I supposed to make it? I don't know. The way I look at it this way, I think there's a little room for everybody. I mean, eBay is a big platform, and I think there is still room to, sell in there. In regards to making a steady income, a livable income, that all yet remains to be seen, because I don't know. I can't say for sure. It all depends on your financial situation. If you have a lot of big bills, credit cards, mortgage, car payments, and stuff like that, and you're going to try going to eBay, make sure you got everything set in place, that you have a reserve account to carry you forth. Because let me tell you something, folks. I will say this, and I said in my other videos, if you have a day job, please don't quit it. Don't quit your day job. Try this on a part-time venture, hobby venture, whatever. But I would definitely not quit my day job, But I'm not trying to sound like a pessimist. I'm more of an optimist than a pessimist. But the thing is, at the same time, think about, before you make that move. I've heard it on eBay radio, and it drives me crazy when I hear people sitting there saying, I'm going to quit my job, my day job, and I'm going to do eBay full time. It's okay to follow the trends at certain points, but I wouldn't do that one, not give up my day job, not yet anyway. So, but anyway, getting back to this here, if you do decide to take the plunge, which is not an expensive investment, $4.95 a month, and you say, no, I'm going to do more than 50, I want to sell more than 50 items, then definitely you might want to check, and if it's going to be consistent on month to month, you might want to check this one out for $4.95 a month. Okay, so keep that in mind. And let's see what else they got going on over here. We did the store, inventory optimization. You could click on the top of these hyperlinks, and you could read all about it. The seller protection, basically what they were talking about. You could see all that there by clicking on these active hyperlinks. And this one over here says, okay, eBay seller protections, and it'll talk about what they're going to do. We'll protect you. It says you can expect eBay to protect your reputation standards and to monitor the buyer behavior as after the sale. Protections from the events outside your control include when you ship an item on time and provide the tracking and it arrives late, if you are impacted by a carrier disruptions or severe weather, if your buyer retracts their bid and doesn't pay, if a buyer changes their order or requests something extra, then it goes on to say here, from buyers that have an unusual rate of complaints or returns. If a buyer returns an item, they opened it, used it, and sent it back in the condition other than the one you sent it in, that's what they'll protect you with. So, like I said again, folks, I know eBay it gets a bad rap sometimes because a lot of people ain't happy with it. I know when I go to other blog sites and I read about people, complaining about eBay and, saying this and that and the other thing. Listen, people may complain about eBay, but let me explain something to you. It's a love-hate relationship. Those same people that complain, I don't hear them saying I'm giving up on eBay 100%. Okay? I have in my other videos, I won't lie, because like I said, I want to be an upfront and honest person. I have said in my other videos that there are times I thought about, yes, there was times I thought about closing my account and, getting off of eBay altogether because, the sales were so stagnant that I ain't, if I can't make a substantial income, why be on it, right? Why spend money every month, whether it's a store fee or insertion fees, whatever, listing fees, why be on it if I can't make money? But right now, I'm going to hang in there. I'm still on it. I have the store, and I like the store, and people want to see what the store is all about. Let me just go over here really quick. Let me just close this out here. Let me go over here to eBay here, and I'll show you my store. Nothing fancy, all right? It's nothing fancy here. And I'm just clicking on just one thing here. And I'm just going to show you the store really quick. And it's, like I said, I'm still working on it, but it's kind of like a nice layout in a way. It kind of, if you really look at the eBay store versus the Bonanza store, let me open up another window over here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. Let's go to Bonanza here. Let's see if I can get it. Bonanza. Okay.com. Let's see here. Okay. I don't know if we can be able to get in here. I gotta log in. If you look at it, let's just, well, forget about logging over here with all these different stores here. Let me just bounce out of here for a second. That's the eBay thing. I'm gonna pause it really quick. I want to come right back. I'm gonna open up another window. I don't want to take too much of your time. Hang in there, please. Here you see my store from eBay. It's pretty nice. I like the format. It's pretty clean. It basically emulates Bonanza, and I'm going to take you over to Bonanza right now and show you. But if you look at the layout, the way it is, you get this type of same feature. To be honest with you, with Bonanza, you don't have to spend the $4.95 a month. But the only difference is you get more exposure with eBay than you do with Bonanza. But if you look at it, it's almost exactly the same format. Now this is the eBay store. Okay, and you can see this is on eBay right now, and it's going to bump up over here a little here. See, I'm in eBay's website. Okay, so this is the store that they offer you, the starter store for $4.95 a month. Not bad, I can't complain. But here is the one for Bonanza. Now you can see I'm on Bonanza's website. Here's my booth. Well, they call it a booth. Okay, this is for free. This is not costing me anything monthly. Okay, and when you scroll down, it's got the same banner, although I could change it, put the other one there, exactly emulate eBay altogether, the one that's on eBay, the banner. But I'll leave this one for all intents and purposes. So if you look at it, it's almost the same thing. Okay? And this one here, with this merchandise, I have this listed, I think, for either 4 or 5% cheaper. So if you were to look at certain items on here, like this here, let's say on eBay, it might be, it might be, what do you call it there? $19.99. Oh, I clicked another window here up, and I'm sorry about this, folks. That's what I hate about having all these windows open up. I don't know what this window is, but it's causing a problem here. Anyway, this might, let's say on eBay it's $19.99 or whatever it is. I'm not sure. I think it might be something like that. Here you're getting a little cheaper, a dollar cheaper, it looks like, whatever. But at the same time, I'm also offering, best offers on here as well. Okay, you can see it, right? It says best offers here, make a welcome. Okay, on all of these pretty much, except on this one, I think. Okay, but if you look at, the point I'm trying to get across is, if you look at the overall layout compared to to eBay, it's almost the same exact thing. Okay, it's basically the same exact, almost same format. Only difference is with this one here, what they call it a booth, you're not paying for a store. Okay, so that's the little difference. That's the little offset. And also they have real-time on real-time chat. Okay, you could also click that on there, and if you hide it or keep it open right now, the user, that's me. If anybody was to contact me, they could contact me right via on the site. Okay, live. Okay, so that's another nice little feature that Bonanza offers. But while we're here, I just want to show you the other thing. Again, this is the comparison. Again, we showed you with that with eBay. I always like to point out, if you're, like I said, again, this is pointed to the new sellers. If you could highlight some of your best, feedbacks, put them in there. I'm not, like I saying, this is like a segue to show you stuff, but I am, into relating other things with it, so I can throw a little blurb out there. When you're doing even on your own listings, if you could even copy and paste some of your better, feedback. Like I like this one over here. Love it. Thank you so much. A+ transaction. You might want to take a couple of these. Sometimes I put these in my website. I have my own website there, so it goes under rjpasini.com, and I will copy and paste when I'm doing an advertisement on my website some of these good feedbacks. Right now you can see it shows 100%, but I'm just trying to say that's another idea for you to include in there. If you want to copy and paste your good feedbacks, which is good. That's also good. I think it's another thing to help sell. And also, if you're getting started with this here, you might want to create a Facebook page. Okay, now this is mine, and anybody's welcome to join it. It's the eBay Top Rated Sellers Group. You're more than welcome to join it. I welcome everybody as long as it's dealing with e-commerce. The reason I say it is because I do sometimes get other people coming in here and using this and thinking this site is something totally different than online reselling, and it's not, if you get my drift. But you could also do something like that, create a Facebook page and put your advertisement. If you're like for me, I have another one that says Shop RJ Pasini for great deals, another Facebook page that people could sign in. It's new. It's basically new, so I'm still working on it. But again, with this one here, the eBay Top Rated Sellers Group, the reason why I'm putting this here, you might say it's a promo, is again, if you are a new eBay seller and you want some information, you could come in, you're more than welcome to join, and you could ask all the sellers on their questions. If you have any questions or how to get started, or, there's a lot of people on here. This group has grown, I think, 1,104 members so far, and it's still growing, slow but surely. I don't know why it took off the way it did. When I first started it, I didn't think it was going to do anything, but apparently not. I was wrong. But you're more than welcome to join. Also, I have another thing here. Well, this goes under rjpasini.com. If you want to join the Twitter group, I do have a lot of eBay sellers on this here. I deal with a lot of eBay people. So if you want to sign up with me, you could just go there to rjpasini.com or just check it out like that. This is the home page, and you could start posting or putting tweets on here in regards to eBay and so on and so forth. So you might want to check into this as well. And lastly, if you want some information, again, this information, the reason I'm throwing these little promos out here is for the new sellers. If you need some information, again, my name is Rich Pasini. I do the Reseller News. I also do sneak peek videos, demo videos, and intro videos. And I also do some do-it-yourself and how-to videos. And as you can see right here, it goes under rjpasini.com, helping, inspiring, and sharing through social media. So that's why I have these little signs here: follow, like, share, tweet, and comment. Please do. And if you want to just bump around really quick and you don't want to go to that, if you're on my channel, I have my website here. I have Twitter. If you sign up for Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, and Instagram. Okay, and I'll show you. I'm going to bump you over to my website really quick, just in case you want to see what it's all about. Nothing fancy, but I am working on it, and it's going to take some time. I'm not a web developer, so it will take some time to get it up and running. But this is what it looks like. I have an active thing here. When you goes on here, it's going to come up here. You're going to see me come up here. I super embedded this here in here. Okay. Hey guys. And now you'll see a little video about me. And if you want to run Adobe Flash, whatever, on your if the browser doesn't have it, you always want to allow it. This website was created with Serif Web Plus X5. I created this here, very cut and dry. It's copy and paste, and you could see. You could add this here, these flash things here, flash videos, whatever they call it. There are stills, And you could see, matter of fact, I got to update this because a lot of this stuff is no longer here. But that's why I said I'm still working on it. But you could see and move around. I'll show what I'm talking about as far as like with the eBay feedbacks. Like I was telling you earlier, this is my website. It's nothing fancy, but it's getting there. And I also here I super embedded a video that talks a little about my feedback. Satisfaction guarantee. And I had this all set up here. I have my social media page. If you want to check into that there, again, you could click on Facebook, Twitter, YouTube. It'll bring you right there to those sites. And then the other one is the service I offer. Okay, and this is just to give you guys an idea if you create your own website. Very basic. This is nothing fancy. I got it about us, and I talk a little about that. I've been selling on eBay since 1999 with feedback of score 100%. Again, if you're going to create a website, you might want to try try getting an idea from here. This is the featured products. I just put a little in here right now just to get a feel of it. These are the things that are listed on eBay, I believe, unless some of them popped off. You could add more. I got these. See, I copied and pasted them from the these. I believe I got these from Bonanza. I think you could do the same thing with eBay. And then I also have a YouTube help page, to give you guys a little idea. And I said in here, this is a YouTube help page in response to a subscriber that had a question or needed help. They can come here for information regarding the help with their help for certain topics. It says, please note this page will change from time to time. So if there's anything you feel is helpful, please copy the information from this page. Also, if you're not a subscriber, I would like you to, and you would like to be updated on new listens, please subscribe to my channel. And here I just basically talk about how to print out. The person was asking about how do you print out multiple copies, I believe it was in Microsoft Word. And I just put it over here. I showed them how to do it. I put the little instructions over here, very basic. And then I copied and pasted this here. This is the printer I use, and how to make out multiple copies. For the buy, there wasn't a buy, it was a follow, I guess. Hit my site and he said, how do you make these, how do you make multiple copies? And I guess they're not familiar. Not everybody is familiar with, how the things operate. So I don't mind if somebody wants to send me something and they need help. I'll be more than happy to answer it. But again, this is the basic page, the basic website. I did it, like I said, with the Serif Web Plus, and here I go again. I got to click that off because that goes on automatically. You could set them up like that, just like this here too. This will go automatically as well. I have to update this because a lot of stuff is sold. But this is just to give you an idea. But anyway, let me get back to what I really want to talk about. Now you see what I'm referring to. Let's bump out of here, the Spring Seller Update. This here is Crazy Lister. Okay. It says over here, Spring Seller. It says Seller Spring 2018 is coming. Now I know this is old news. Again, please keep in mind, folks, for the people that do hit this channel, is for people that are starting out in eBay. So I'm doing a little, new segment, and I'm doing a little. This is basically a lot of it's going to be about eBay. It says over here, this is what you need, what you must know about eBay Spring Seller Update. You can read it. I'm not going to go. It's not Crazy Lister, by the way. Okay, it's crazylister.com. And you can read about it. It's got the most popular, increase your eBay sales, success story, entrepreneurship, and multi-channel. Okay, and you can read all this information here, folks. Very good information if you want to check into it. And I advise you should, especially if you're going to be a new seller on eBay. You might want to get the information, that may be pertinent to your stuff you're selling, or just in general, just helpful information. So you can see what it's all about. You could check it out again. All right. I'm just scrolling down here to just show you what it's all about here. Here's again with the new store subscriptions. They show you them in different pricing range. $4.95, which is one I have. Then it goes up to $21.95, $59.95, $299, and look at this guy here, $2,099.95. That's with the 1-year plan. You could check into that one there if you feel bold and brave enough to do that. Not me. That won't ever happen. But I'm very happy with the stuff I have right now. The starter store is okay for me. Can't complain. And you could read all this information here. As you've seen in the video earlier about the eBay guaranteed delivery will be available to more sellers. And it goes on and on and on. And you can read this here. I'm not going to go into that there. Here's another one here about the eBay fees. This is from tamebay.com. I think I talked about this a while back. This was posted back on August 8, 2018. Yes, it is old news, but old news is good news. It's still pertinent today, unless they change without telling us. But it says over here, starting September 15, 2018, the eBay feature fee for reserve price will increase to either 5 or 7.5, which is ever greater, and the reserve fee cap will increase from 100 to 250 in some businesses industrial categories. The feature will remain at a flat $5. You can read the rest of this here about the fees, folks. I know the fees are going to drive people crazy. Some people even call it Feebay instead of eBay. You could check into this here. Again, I'm posting this out for the new sellers coming into the picture. So for new sellers, you might want to check out this rest of this video here. Moving right along, I came across this site here. Now, I don't remember if I ever put this up or not, but I believe this is a new one for me. I did save it in my favorites. It's e-commerce and auction site news. It says 10 eBay predictions for 2018. Changes are coming. Better get ready. Okay. It goes on to say here, changes for eBay sellers are just an inevitable part of life. They're going to happen, whether you like it or not. It is also true that sellers who have been proactive about these changes have done better than those who haven't. I've been selling on eBay since 1996, so I've been around and seen a lot of updates. Over the years, certain patterns have emerged based on what I've seen. Here are my 10 predictions about what eBay will change in, well, they made a typo over there. It says 1018. They meant to say 2018. We all make mistakes. Anyway, it says over here, prepare yourself. Okay. Images will completely be removed. Will be completely removed from descriptions. Again, I'm gonna read the highlights. It's your job to go back and read this here. In case you do want to read this here, it's auctionsitenews.com. Okay. I'm just gonna read the highlights. eBay stores will be completely overhauled. All right. Even more preferences will be given to Chinese sellers. I guess a lot of people don't want to hear that. Free shipping will become almost mandatory. Okay. More penalties will be given to encourage faster shipping. eBay will try again to ban watermarks and photos. More promoter listings and new native ads. eBay will raise seller fees again. More product identifiers will become mandatory. Buy box style listings will become the norm. Okay. Now, if you want to read this story, folks, and read the rest of this here, is interesting. I kept it. I put them in my favorites because anything that deals with eBay, I want to be updated on. Now, I don't know when this was last updated. Let's see something here, folks. We'll both see for ourselves to see if there's any dates on here. Let me see. They got a comment section. Well, it says 2018, 2014, 2018. So, and they do have a thing here at the bottom if you want to contact them. I was looking to, when I was looking at this the first time, I was looking to see if I could find like a thing where they drop emails for you. Like if you want to be in their email list. And I don't see it here. But they have featured articles here. If you want to read, that's why I said you got to go to the website. Here's one over here. Do eBay sellers have to pay taxes? How to sell on eBay. Okay. 12 eBay selling tips. 10 ways to reduce eBay fees. How to sell on Etsy. 12 Etsy selling tips. How to sell on Amazon. 12 Amazon selling tips. How to reduce your PayPal fees. You could read these here. And they got over here. Check this out. 15 eBay alternatives. Let's see what they're all about. Let's click that on and see, because now I'm curious to see what they're referring to. Okay. 15, all right, the top 15 best alternatives to eBay. Let's see what they have to offer. I can see one already. It looks like it's going to be the most popular one, Amazon, Craigslist, Etsy, Newegg.com, Lawfer, now I'm not familiar with them. eCreator, not familiar with them as well. Bonanza, of course I am. Artfire, I wasn't aware of that company. eBit, I heard of them, never really did anything with them. Tias. You got to also look at the fees too. $39.95 a month. I didn't really take note of that there, but here's a bid start. Let me move my cursor thing here. RubyLane.com. Online auction. Okay, features a low monthly $8 monthly subscription fee, membership fee. If you want to join that one. EA Alt Bay. Okay, these are some of these here I have not heard of. I'll be honest with you. The best alternative to eBay, and it looks like that's basically it. So now you have with that, folks. If you want to check into that. Right now, I'm going to stick with eBay. You know, maybe Amazon, Etsy, you got to see. But they do have other things that you might want to check on this website. So just look to the far right if you go to this website and see what they have to offer. I like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, try them out before I end up, you know, getting rid of them altogether. Here's another one here. eBay seller update changes are imminent. This is from ecommercebytes.com. Yes, this is from June 25th, 2018. It is old, but like I always say, sometimes in old news is good news. eBay issued a reminder of imminent changes, including new seller benchmarks, fee changes. Among the changes, eBay is requiring sellers to enter a zip code for the item shipping location, and it will institute a new automated returns protocol. eBay also is discouraging sellers from listing single item in multiple categories with the new fee policy. I'm not going to read this whole thing, folks. If you would like to read the story, go to ecommercebytes.com. And with that, we're going to call it. I'm going to close out this video here. Let me bump out this one here, this window here. And let's make this bigger. And let's move this down over here. All right, folks. Again, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful and to some point, you know, that you get a takeaway from it. It is basically geared towards the new eBay online sellers, you know, that are getting into this line of work. And I just wanted to share that. I thought, you know, it'd be helpful to share with this information with these new sellers that are thinking of breaking into this business. And I hope that they get something out of it. I know I did a little part reseller news and a little part, you know, a little off key. You know, I kind of like trended to the other side about, you know, selling on eBay. But that's what it's all about, folks. It's all about, you know, helping, inspiring, and sharing. And I just want to leave this in closing note. When you first start with this here, I know back in the day when I did, back in July of 1999, it wasn't like, you know, it wasn't something spontaneous. It didn't pick up right away. I mean, I was listing stuff from around the house. You know, at the time, just got married, you know, and a couple of years later, we were getting ready to raise a family and stuff like that. So, and when the kids came into the picture, and I worked on an IT job, and it was very stressful. You know, I worked 3 on and 4 off. And, you know, it was a very stressful job. And when I came home from work, I didn't even think about eBay, to be honest with you. I mean, eBay wasn't even a thought in my mind. I mean, who thinks of eBay after you come home from a stressful day at your job? And, you know, back then, the way that company was having, I'm not going to mention the company, but the way they were, you know, letting people coming and going in there, you know, the last thing you need to do is do anything to jeopardize your job, especially if it's your bread and butter, you know, and you got kids to take care of, a wife and kids to take care of. So, you know, you can't sit there and, you know, say, oh, eBay is my main source of income, because it wasn't. And, but the thing I'm getting a point, you know, to try to get across is that for the new sellers that are getting involved with this here, try selling stuff from around the house. Don't go out right away and source. I mean, if you want to go that route, that's totally up to you. I broke in very slowly when I did it. Okay, back in 1999, when I started getting involved with this, I was starting to sell like old stereos. I sold my Atari 2600 video game with the games and paddles and that whole kit and caboodle. I sold some of the old radios I had laying around, stereos I didn't want. I was getting rid of stuff that normally you would have in a garage sale or yard sale, and I was popping it on eBay to see what it was all about. You know, I opened up an eBay account, I opened up a PayPal account, and you know, that's how I broke into it. But I was doing it intermittently, you know. I would maybe list maybe a couple items, come home from work, and on my days off, then I would get into it. You know, when the kids started getting older, starting to go to elementary school, I had some free time in between on my days off, this is. because I'm not retired. But anyway, and that's how I broke into it, And I did it very plain and simple. I didn't, I wrote my own descriptions, as I still do. But back then we just, wrote a formal, description, talk a little about the item, what you have, and that's, and that was it. Today people put graphics in there, or they put the banners like I have on my listings, or now they embed YouTube videos. Back then when I was doing it, they didn't have that, So a lot of things have changed throughout the years. Okay, you're talking from 1999 now to 2018, a lot has changed. And I believe as time goes on with eBay, there are going to be more and more occurring changes. When and what they're all going to be about, I don't know. Okay, if I get that information, that's what I do to Reseller News, folks. It's out there to give you the eBay seller or buyer, which in some cases the sellers are buyers as well, or dealing with Amazon or any e-commerce platform. Okay, the Reseller News is not just focused on one thing. It's not just focused on eBay. Okay, it's deals with Amazon, Etsy, Mercari, whatever I get. When I get the Google alerts, I get information from other resources, and when I get them, I go through. I have to handpick the ones I want in there to put out to help people. And I think I put stuff out there that I think may be of interest to people, to other sellers. If not, I'm not going to do the video. I'm not going to take your time up, your valuable time, out of the course of a day, whatever you might be doing, to watch me talk about stuff that's impertinent to you, that doesn't make any sense. It doesn't help you in any way, size, shape, or form. So that's what this channel is all about. I want it to be a fresh channel with fresh content. Okay, I don't want you guys to be bored. I want you to keep coming back for more. And like I said, I know there are other creators out there that they go through their own little cycles as far as what they're putting on. Some things are a repeat of old stuff that I see from other sellers and creators, that is, and I'm not knocking them. Sometimes it's like that old marketing saying there, bring back an old item with a new product with a new twist. I understand sometimes people want to update stuff, and I've been on channels where creators channels where they're listing or they're doing videos, and basically it's a remake of something they did last year or the year before or whatever. I want to keep this fresh, new. I want new stuff. There will be time that I will maybe rehash on something that was done in the past, to just like a refresher, to say, okay, I remember telling, and I would even say that in my video, I remember telling you guys in the past about this. Now the topic came up again, and that's why I'm sharing it with you. But folks, this channel, I can't express enough. It's going to be different. The format's going to be different. I might be doing off-the-wall things. I don't mean crazy things. I mean, like, I might be doing a video one day about a video. I might go to the park, my local park over here, and videotape something. Maybe I might do something with watching ducks or swans in the pond, whatever. And I might be video. I know it's going to be a video about anything and everything. That's why I didn't put specifically. I could have had a YouTube channel specifically for Reseller News. Okay, but if you look on my channel and if you type in Reseller News, you're going to see a whole bunch of things pop up there. Okay, and it's going to be a lot of that Reseller News is going to be my stuff, to be honest with you. There may be other people out there that do it, but right now, for the most part, I'm not saying I'm the dominant presence out there that has the most Reseller News videos out there, but I'm going to be always doing the Reseller News. There's no doubt about it. Okay, it's my passion. And the reason why I do this is because, like I said, folks, there's one thing I want to do in this world is to help people out. And as I always say in my videos, I can't help out people monetarily, unfortunately. But if I can help them out by spreading information out there, putting good, clean content out there that's going to be helpful to you guys, that makes all the difference in the world. That's what I'm all about. I'm not a person that sits there and looking for profit and gain all the time. This channel, and you can look for yourself. For those who know about YouTube or YouTube creators, in order to get monetized, you have to have 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time. Now, I surpassed the 4,000 hours of watch time. But as far as 1,000 subscribers, I'm far off from that. Okay, so I am not making any money off this channel. So people think, oh, he's talking about this here because he's making tons of. I'm making this off of this channel, and that's okay for now. Would I like to eventually become a Patreon, member? where I could, have people, if they want to subscribe to my YouTube channel, where it could, generate an income, or like some of these famous, or I call them famous, or these YouTube success stories that people have millions and millions of subscribers and they're making tons of money every year. Sure, I'd love to be like that. Why not? Who wouldn't want to be like that, But I can't get that way because, like I said, the people that do hit my channel, they might not like the content they're putting out, and therefore they look and then they won't subscribe. Or I do have whatever subscribers I do have on there, they may be getting tired of the content putting out and unsubscribe because I see my subscription go up and down on YouTube. It could be a number of reasons. It could be they don't like the content. Maybe they don't like me. I don't know. There's a lot of reasons why people do things. And, I can't account for as to why they don't want to, they want to subscribe to my channel. Again, it all depends. Maybe they feel the information on there is not pertinent information where it's going to be useful to them. But I do hope that people who do follow this channel or do subscribe to this channel, the most important thing is get a takeaway from it. That's the most important thing. If you get a takeaway from it, that's all that matters to me. Okay? Even if I get a small percentage of people, I say this in my other videos, even if I get a small percentage of people that get a takeaway from it, say, you know what, I didn't know about that. Oh, this guy brought this to my attention. I wasn't aware of that. Those are like, boom, those are like, the bulb goes off, so to speak. It's like, that's great, And that's what I'm all about, folks. And that's what I'm going to be doing with this channel. And whether I get a big subscription base or not, if it stays small or people drop off or whatever, and they decide they want to go elsewhere for other content, that's okay with me. But I'm still going to be doing it. I'll still be on YouTube. I'll still be, selling on eBay, maybe possibly, unless something really bad happens where I have a bad rapport with them and I just say, okay, I'm done. I'm not going to sell on eBay anymore. But for the most part, I love YouTube and I love selling on eBay. Okay, I love it even more when I'm making sales. Okay, and sometimes when I do videos in regards to, when I do talk about eBay, about not making sales, no sales, I've done videos like that, folks. I've done them. So I'm not, you think like, oh, this guy, he's contradicting himself. He's saying he loves it, but at the same time, no. I've done videos where I've done those sales. And in some of those videos, I get pretty explicit in my ways, talking about maybe I'll bump off of here, or maybe I won't be, not off of YouTube, but maybe I'll stop selling on eBay. And then I also talk about if I can't make a substantial amount of money on here, I might have to go back to a 9-to-5 job. I've said that in the past. Okay, I don't sugarcoat anything, folks. Okay, I'm not going to sugarcoat that. And like I said yesterday, I think in my other video, if you're a person that subscribes to this channel and for some apparent reason it's not your forte, you don't care for it, and you unsubscribe, there's nothing I can do about that, folks. I would love to keep you as a subscriber, okay, but I don't sugarcoat anything at the same time. And if you're looking for if you're looking for a YouTube channel where you say, well, I want to go to a channel, I want to go to a creator's channel where it's all positive, then you might not be a fit for this channel, okay? Because if you want honest and realistic news, and you want to hear straight information, then you'll stick around here. You'll subscribe to this channel. But if you're looking for something else, that you want to go to a place that's all upbeat and all they keep telling you is you're going to do this, you're going to do that, you can make this amount of money, this much money, then my channel's not the one. But I look at it this way. For the time I've been on YouTube, and for the past almost 2 years, going on 2 years of selling on here, from the time I got laid off my job back in 2016, I've been doing this now, going on 2 years, right? So with the experiences I pick up along the way, I will share with you guys. And I tell it like it is. I'm not going to sit here and come on here, create a YouTube video, and sit here and tell you the pros and cons of how more pros than there are cons. If I'm not making sales, or if I'm having bad sales, like I'll give you an example. This is September, okay? This is the last week of September, okay? And I had one little itty bitty sale yesterday. One little sale, and it wasn't even nothing to write home about, okay? For a whole month, okay? And I always say this: if your eBay listing fees are outpacing your sales, that's a problem. And then you got to do something to, revise it. I don't know. I don't. If people ask me, well, what do you do when your sales are slow? What do I do? I'll tell you what I do. I go into the listings. I do research. I see what other people are selling them for. I check my category, and I have to say honestly, there was 2 categories that I messed up on. I didn't realize it, and they were totally different categories. And I said to myself, why isn't this item moving, or why isn't it getting any views or watches? And it was something totally different. Now, but the thing is, I can't honestly swear that I put that particular item in that category. Okay, I'm not blaming on eBay a glitch. Like I said, back in the day, I had like over 376. Not that's a lot. I know people have 15,000 listings on here. It's not a lot, but it might have been something that was sitting there a year ago or a year and a half ago, and maybe I wasn't paying attention, or maybe I thought I was putting in the right category, and later on to find out, I wonder why nobody's buying it or looking at it. Look at the category it's in, So sometimes we make errors on our own behalf, So that's why sometimes, and I know people probably think I'm an advocate for eBay. Like I said in my other video, it's a love-hate relationship. But you really got to think about this, folks. Yes, eBay is very competitive. There's no doubt about it. Amazon's competitive. They're all competitive. They all. And I want to share this with you guys. You heard that expression, the law of supply and demand, right? When an item, if I understood it right, going back to college and doing economics 101, so to speak, which was hard as anything, the basic fundamentals of it is, the way I understand the law of supply and demand is, when something's rare or it's not that available, it becomes expensive. Okay, and once the item goes into production and becomes readily available, there's a big glut of them. Once the law of supply and demand is met, the item will come down, because now the market is saturated with them. It's glutted with them. The little widget, whatever you make in there, whatever the thing is. I was listening to CBS Radio, News Radio 88 over here. I'm in New York. I'm on the East Coast here. And they were talking about, I was trying to find the article. I was going to blip it up there, but I can't seem to find it. Because it's on the radio. I don't know. The radios are not going to post things, but you would think they might have it. I tried finding it. I couldn't. I did trying to do research. I couldn't find it. But they do have, what I'm about to talk about, they do have other sites they're talking about. Anyway, the radio announcer was saying that the Uber drivers, you heard of Uber, right? UBER. They're making less money. And according to the radio announcer, it's because there's so many of them out there. Everybody's joining the Uber club. I get emails every day just about from Uber. You could, once you sign for Uber, you could be an Uber driver, this, that, and the other thing. First off, I would get lost. I'm not good with directions, okay? Now, if you're telling me local areas around there, but if you tell me to take them over here, take you over there, I only know certain areas, okay? I'm not an introvert, as to say, or I am somewhat like both extrovert, introvert, and extrovert. But when it comes to my domain, I only know certain areas. So if you tell me to take you here, I might get you lost. Especially if you're going to an airport. If I don't know the directions how to get there, you're going to be really pissed off at me. So, but anyway, getting back to the story with Uber, they were saying that the amount of money they were making was getting less. It said Uber drivers, according to the story, Uber drivers are making less money because there's lots of them out there. Okay, and now you're probably saying, well, what does that have to do with eBay? eBay is the same thing. Okay, there is so much competition out there. Like I said, you could do your own research yourself. Go do a Google search. Okay, make sure you're on a Google website and type in there how many active sellers are on eBay, and you'll see. The last time I looked, it was 26 million active sellers. Now, I'm not combining all the sellers and the buyers in there, because I think with all the combined, I think it's 171 million, something like that. It's something along the line. I could be wrong with that part, but I know when I did a Google search on the active sellers, I think, if I'm not mistaken, my memory serves me right, came out to 26 million. It's a lot of sellers, folks. Okay, and here's the thing. If all 20, and I'm not saying this to be funny, and I'm not trying to be facetious with this, but if everybody is selling the same widget, if 26 million people, not that it's unlikely 26 million people, I'm just throwing it out there again, But let's put it this way. Let's make it a little different. If there are a big percentage of people selling that same exact item that you're selling, what are your chances? I mean, think about it. Now, I know it sounds like I'm contradicting, but I'm just giving you a little food for thought to think about. It's true. And I think that's why in some cases it gets a little hard. It's getting harder to make sales, because if you look at the particular item you're selling, check it out. Do your research. Go to watchcount.com. Type in there, what's the most popular thing? Type in that particular item, and you'll see a whole list of people selling that same item. You go to watch.com, I think it's watch.com, and just click the button, show me the most popular thing in there. You will see the first thing that pops up is iPhones. iPhones galore. That is I would think, in my personal opinion, that is the number one thing that is the highest, gets I guess flagged as far as how many iPhones are out there. Thousands and upon thousands and thousands. I was selling an iPhone, a 5S. I thought it was going to sell like that. Had it almost a year. And then, I started doing more research. That's when I started to break into it. The friend gave it to me. It wasn't my cell phone. Later on, I ended up buying an iPhone 5S because, I am considered the frugal entrepreneur, and I am on a very conservative spend. I am a conservative spender. I buy as needed. Okay, I don't buy to say I have. I buy as needed. Okay, and I had it on there for almost a year, and it took a long time to sell. And with best offer, and I took a little kind of beating on it. I told my friend, I said, listen, what are you looking to get for it? Because I said, this is what I can get. I said, there's thousands of them on there. It's the same people selling the same type of phone, and his was like brand new. He goes, well, whatever you get on it, he goes, if you can get an X amount of money over the listing price what you have, that's fine. He goes, if you come down to $5 or $10, that's okay. We can work with that. A small profit margin. I didn't want anything for it. I did it as a favor for him. And it took almost a year to sell it. But if you look at eBay, if you look at you click on watch.com and you put in there iPhones, or just click on show me what's the most popular, you are going to see tons of iPhones out there. Okay, people are selling them like crazy. I would think, in my personal opinion, it's like a number one thing on a top priority as far as like items to be sold. People like them. I like them too. I had a brand new Sony phone I bought, and it had nice features and stuff like that. But I ended up selling that item. I basically paid what I bought that Sony phone for brand new is what I paid for my iPhone 5S, which I could have got cheaper if I did a little more research. I thought I was doing good, but I think what happened was, don't hold yourself accountable, folks. If you buy something off of eBay and it's past the 30-day requirement to send it back, and you say, oh man, I'm stuck after 30 days passed, I could have got that phone. It's probably that chances are that phone that you will look for, let's say it was an iPhone in this case, it probably wasn't there at the time, and this probably was the best deal for you, and you jumped at the opportunity and you got it, and now you say, well, now I'm stuck with it. Does it work? Is it good, clean condition? Yes. Life is all trial and error. Okay, we're going to go through these here all the time. There's nothing you can do about it, folks. You just got to grin and bear it. Unless you want to go through thousands upon thousands of listings and see if you're going to get that ultimate price that you're looking for, you're gonna look. I only look through. When I do my research when it comes to buying something like that, I'll go through so many pages. I think you could also do it by the lowest prices, from the high to the low, something like that. I think you could set those up on eBay. It doesn't matter. You might get something. You might be looking up a price, and you might get it for whatever, a good fair price. And then later on, after you buy the phone, if we talk about iPhones, you might look a week later and say, look at this, I can get it for $10 cheaper. Okay, I'm going to give you an example with this here. I'm taking up my watch here. This is a smart watch I bought, right? See? Glare in here. Okay, I bought this watch. It was almost close to it was like $18, $19, something like that, right? Came from China. I got it from Top Hatter. I thought Top Hatter was the greatest thing in the world. I bought it from Top Hatter. eBay has on their page under $10. So you know where I'm going with this? This watch that I paid almost 20 bucks, well, let's just round it off, almost 20 bucks, was selling. Same exact watch, same exact smartwatch on eBay under $10 for 10 bucks. Free shipping. So you say, all right, so what's the deal? You lost 10 bucks. But that's 10 bucks I could have put in my car if I use it for gas. You know what I'm saying? I mean, today it's all about saving money. You know, my dad, God rest his soul, used to have a saying, don't show me what you got. How much money do you have in the bank? You know, you see a lot of people drive around in all these fancy cars. And the sad thing is, and I have to say this here, and I'm not trying to be mean, but I remember when I worked at my jobs, especially in the electronic field, the IT field, and, you know, people are making decent money and stuff like that. And when you get talking to some of these people, and you say to yourself, you know, how much you paying for that car? They might buy an expensive car, a foreign car, BMW, Mercedes, whatever it may be. Oh, I'm paying $500-600 a month. It's like, wow, $500-600 a month. Wow. And then you find out later on you're talking to these people, and you say, yeah, you guys have any? You guys put money away? You save anything for saving for the future? I'm talking we're in our 20s or early 20s. No, not me, man. I don't have a savings account. As fast as I make it, as fast as I spend it. Really? Wow. When I grew up, when I was a young teenager, even before then, my parents always taught me and taught us, my siblings, to be independent and save money, and buy stuff out of necessity. Not to say I have it. That's like me saying I bought a Sony camera back in the day, back in 2003. I spent $500 for it. And now they come up with the new stuff. Am I supposed to upgrade? And my father's famous words were, is it broke? No, then don't buy it. Like that old saying goes, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. What do you need it for? And I told people about that. On one of my videos, I talked about that there, about spending money haphazardly. Especially for eBay. The camera I bought is a Sony CyberShot. Back in the day when I was working, stuff like that, before I got laid off my job. Thank God all this stuff was bought beforehand, before I was getting laid off from my company. I bought myself a Sony CyberShot. I love Sony products. That's my product. I love Sony. And for computers, I like my HPs, whatever. But anyway, so I bought that Sony camera for the family use. And, as the kids got older, we took pictures and so on and so forth. I would use it to take pictures for my eBay. It's nothing fancy. It's 3.2 megapixel, but it takes pictures. And that when you look at my listings, that's what the pictures are taken with that camera. And then in lieu of that, I needed a video camera because, you could only do so much with digital still camera. I went out and bought a Sony video camera, small one like that, but it packed a nice punch. It's got super night vision on, all that other stuff there. It's got the 700X, whatever, telephoto lens. But back in the day, it was a one-time investment. Those are one-time investments, and I still have them to today. Here's a for instance. Well, my camera got broken, just to share it really quick. I wasn't about to spend another $500 on a camera. Now people said, well, if you're conservative and frugal, you wouldn't have to go out and spend $150 on a camera or $500. You could just, get one for like $99 or $79. I got the digital cameras are so cheap now. They came down in price. What I did was this. My camera, my digital still camera, the one I spent that money for, about $500 on it or better. The LCD on it was flickering. It was a hot, humid day out. I remember taking pictures outside the car or whatever. I was selling a car. And the screen started getting all staticky. So I said, oh, great. This is what I have. That's the only camera I have. And I wasn't about to buy another one. So I called up Sony and I said, listen, I got a digital still camera, getting to make the model number, of course. I said, what do you guys charge to repair it? The guy goes, $150. You ship it off to Texas. I think that's where they have. Sony has the repair thing there. I go, well, what happens if you can't fix it? He goes, well, we send it back to you. He goes, but we do fix it. For the $150, we clean it. We put the new part in there. It's like brand new. Send it back. I think it was about a week and a half, 2 weeks later. It came back to me. It was like brand spanking new. They cleaned it inside, outside. Put the new LCD on there. I have that camera today. Because you know what my take is? What am I going to do with that camera? I made a $500 investment in it. What am I going to do with it? Make a paperweight out of it? Throw it in the garbage? Sell it for parts? So, yes, I invested for $150 in it. I got it repaired. It came back like brand spanking new. And the pictures that you see on eBay are taken with that camera. Now, mind you, I am not a professional photographer, okay? I don't claim to be, and I never was, probably never will be, but I'm still learning how to use that camera. My daughters would show me how to do certain things when it comes to macro pictures, to take close-ups. My daughter's like, oh, this is the button you hit. I said, oh, okay, because it's got all these little buttons on the back of it. But I'm learning, and with the video camera, that's when I want to do freestanding. I want to do freestanding. I could use my cell phone too, my iPhone. I could do that as well. Take that there. You don't have to take a digital camera with you, but I like the digital camera because you can zoom in, you can zoom out. It goes 700 plus. So I mean, I could take pictures of the moon, the craters and stuff. That's how powerful this camera is. But for the most part, I'm not going to be buying stuff like that. I buy out of necessity, unless it burns out. I am not buying a brand new thing. I am not upgrading. Okay. If you know what I'm using for my mic, I mean, I could show you right here. This is my mic. This is what I'm talking on. Sorry for the static. This is it. This is what I do all my broadcasting with. This is not those what do you call those there? Those ones I can't think of those mics there. The Yeti, the Yeti for $100. You know where I got this mic from, folks? This little Laptec mic. I got this from a local thrift store. I paid $3 for it. That's how frugal I am. And you want to know what? You hear me talking, right? It sounds good. That's all that matters. I'm not coming out garbled. I'm not coming out staticky. It works. Paid $3 for the thing at a local thrift store. I wasn't expected to. It was going to work this good. And it has noise cancellation on it, whatever. That's all it is. It's also like built in. It's integrated there. I mean, there's no buttons. There's little dials to set there. But I was not about to spend $100. I know people say, well, yeah, but if you go on eBay, you can get a Yeti for like $69 and stuff like that. I don't need it. I don't need it. What do I need a Yeti for? What do I need one of those expensive big mics that are like round too, like that? They're good. I'm sure they're excellent quality. A lot of YouTube creators, they have those type of mics. I don't need it now. If you could hear me talking and I'm clear, that's all that matters. But that's what I use. And I use my HP webcam. I bought at Micro Center. Of course, I think under $100 for it. It's what I'm broadcasting right now or doing this video with. It works. Got the stereo mics in there and stuff like that. If I don't want to use that, I can use the built-in mics on that there. It sounds just as good as this. All I got to just change the settings in there from the USB to the HP webcam microphones. But that's it. I'm very frugal and conservative. And the thing is, I haven't had, using this equipment I have, all this stuff here basically, I haven't had any complaints. Nobody said, hey, you're coming out garbled, or your pitch is very distorted. It's got a lot of fuzz in there. It's got lines in there, and you're breaking up when you talk on the microphone. I haven't had any complaints. What do I got? So what is this, 600 and something videos? Over 600 videos. I haven't heard anybody complaining yet about them. Although, when I used to put the classical background music in there, people would say, that music, could you get rid of that music, or it's distracting? Or can you lower it down or take it off? So in some videos I put music in, sometimes I leave it out. But that was the only thing I had though. But nobody ever complained about the equipment I'm using, the video count, the webcam or the microphone. But anyway, let's end that story. I hope you got something out of it, guys. I'm sorry to ramble on. I love talking. I love to, I want to make friends. It's another way to make friends too, if you'll be honest with you. I like interacting with people. And if I can make friends with people, I would like to make friends with you guys out there, especially to the new subscribers. I really do appreciate it. And I hope I get more. And I hope for the new subscribers that if you do like this content I put out, which is clean content, where I don't discuss religion, politics, or profanities being used on this channel, or any crazy talk as far as that part goes. And I also created this thing I called His Initiative, which is to help, inspire, and share. That's what it's all about. I want to help, and I want to inspire, and I want to share information. And that's what my YouTube channel is all about, folks. And I hope you get something out of it. Like I said, I know with my subscriber base, it goes up and down. Unfortunately, people will subscribe, and then maybe they don't like the content putting out, and they unsubscribe. I don't know if I'll ever hit that 1,000 mark. If I do, that'd be great. I'd love to hit millions and millions of subscribers. Be like some of those YouTube stars there. But I don't know if that'll ever happen. probably by the time I reach that day, I'll be too old and ready for, whatever. I won't be making videos. Who knows? I don't know. But I would love to hit, at least get 1,000 subscribers, and that would be a big thing. It'd be great for me, But there are people out there that do go on YouTube, and they have less videos than me. And some people, there was one person I was following, a YouTube creator. Person started in June something of 2018, and they got so many millions of subscribers already. It's like, wow, what gives, and they're making money, with that. I don't know. I think they have like 7 million subscribers, whatever it is. I was like, holy jeez, within 1 year? Wow. Anyway, I would love to be like that myself. That would be really great. The more people like subscribe to me, the more of an incentive it is for me to keep making videos. And that's why I'm going to keep doing this here. Whether people subscribe to me or unsubscribe to me. If I never get to 1,000 subscribers, that's fine. I'm still going to be doing videos because I know eventually, for the people that do stumble across my videos, they may or they may not like the content, but I know eventually there will be people out there who will subscribe to my channel. I know that. It's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of getting it out there to the world, But anyway, let's end this video now. My name is Rich Pasini. You're watching Reseller News. Today is September 25th, 2018, and I want to thank you all again, to all the new subscribers. And mostly, have a great day. Until next time, bye-bye now. Take care.